Hello, welcome to my channel, The Ascension Guide. I'm your guide, Joe Martin. So for today's message, yesterday when I was meditating, actually trying to do yoga and was getting messages in the beginning as I was warming up and sort of got taken through this meditation by Ariah. So I went through it and they suggested that I pass it along to you so that you can get what you can out of it. So this meditation is sort of to figure out who you are and what you, I guess, kind of what your beliefs are about yourself, and to kind of dig down and answer some of these questions. For some of you, it's going to be pretty mundane and you'll know most of the answers already, and some of them might surprise you. And I think the important part about this too is to do this meditation every so often to see where we are, to see if our beliefs have changed, to see if we have changed, to see if we understand things differently, to see how we answer the questions differently based on what we know or think we know or what we've learned, and how we've changed and how we've evolved. Because as you'll see when you answer each of these questions, the more you think about them, the deeper you think about them, the different ways that you think about them, the different answers that you'll get. And depending on where you are in your journey, you're definitely going to get different answers than other people who are in different places on their journey too. So, anyways, without further delay, the first thing, obviously, you need to get into your meditative state. So, whatever works for you. I know I've put out there before in the last meditation video I did a technique that I use there, and I can link that too. But just real quick, you can just take a couple of deep breaths, 2, 3, 4, whatever it takes, where you're filling your lungs entirely and exhaling entirely. If that's good enough for you, you can try that, or you can do that and then try counting backwards from 100. That's a good way to get into your zone. And then I'm going to tell you another breathing technique that I just learned that's pretty remarkable. I definitely enjoy it. So that technique is you're going to inhale through your nose for a count of 7, counting to 7. Then you're going to pause for 1, and then you're going to exhale for 7. And you're trying to completely exhale your lungs in that 7 count and completely fill them in that 7 count also. So keep that in mind as you're doing this. And as you exhale, you're going to, when your lungs are completely empty, you're going to hold for 1. And that's 1. So you're going to do that 12 times. So inhale for 7, pause for 1, exhale for 7, pause for 1. That's 1 cycle. You're going to do 12 cycles of that. After you do your 12th cycle of that, you're going to make sure your lungs are completely empty. And you're going to inhale through your nose. And as you're doing it, there's no count, but as you're doing it, you're going to, in your mind, the mantra Om. Okay, Om. You're going to get that going in your mind while you're inhaling to completely fill your lungs. Once you completely fill your lungs, you're going to press out the breath in your cheeks, and you're going to hold it there for as long as you can. As you're holding it there, you're going to imagine the white light, going through all, permeating your entire body, going to all the different cells, repairing all your cells, getting the oxygen and all the cells that it needs. Every time you inhale, you're going to visualize that as you hold your breath. Once you can't hold your breath anymore, you're going to force the air out with your abdomen as fast as you can. Now you're going to repeat that cycle 12 times. You'll start to notice around maybe 8 or 9 of the second breathing cycle that you'll be able to hold your breath a little longer. You'll start to feel things kind of relax, and you'll start to shift in your vibration a little bit. Once you get to 12 and you finish your 12th cycle, so it's 24 cycles total. It's 12 of the first 7-1, 7-1 breathing, and then it's 12 of the inhaling with the Om and holding for as long as you can with your cheeks poofed out. You're doing that 12 times. So 24 total, 12 of each. Okay. Now, once you go through that, you should be in a perfect meditative state to begin. And so keep your eyes closed. And while you're in this state, you're going to ask yourself some questions. What are you? You answer it however you think is suitable to answer that question. What are you? And I don't want to give away my answers necessarily because I want you to come up with your own answers. And then your next question is, when are you? And there's different ways to answer that question too. After you ask when, where are you? And listen for the answers that you get. Or answer them yourself. And understand why you're answering that way. So what are you? When are you? Where are you? Who are you? This could be coming from your ego, however you want to answer this question. Who are you? After you answer this question of who you are, and it could be multiple things. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself. Be broad. Be general. However you want to answer it. Who are you? Then, why are you? And answer that in any way that you want. Why are you the way you are? Why do you think the way you think? Why do you hold the beliefs that you hold? Why are you those things that you identified as when you said, who are you? Start to get to the bottom of why you believe things, why you think you are the way you are. And when you get to the root, you start to see if it's authentic or not. Is it because of programming? Do you believe something because that's what your 6th grade history teacher told you? Do you believe something because that's what the media narrative told you? Or do you believe something because that's who you truly are and that's what you truly believe? The final question that you're going to ask yourself is how? How are you all of these things? How do you accomplish these things? How do you accomplish who you are? How do you become who you want to be? How are you going to achieve the things that you want to achieve? So, as you can see, all of these steps can make you reevaluate yourself and who you are and why you think the way you think. And you can play around with it a little bit, and you can go to your belief systems and why do I believe things that I believe, play around with it so that what the goal of this is to sort of strip you down to who you truly are and what you truly believe and why you believe that way. And when you are something and you believe you're something, how are you going to be that? How are you going to change the world with who you are? Maybe you're not here to change the world. Maybe you're just here to exist. Maybe you're just here to be and observe. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But how are you going to do that? How are you going to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish? How are you going to be the person that you think that you are? And so, like I said, this is a constant reevaluation of yourself. Do this once a month, see where you are, see how things have changed, see how your thoughts and ideas and belief systems have evolved over the period of your evolution through this ascension process. I know that who I think I am and what I think I am has changed significantly over the past 7 or 8 months. So, always good to keep reevaluating ourselves and to know who we are, to know who we think we are. And if we think that we are something, then we need to live up to that. So we can't say that we're this and then we're not upholding those values or doing the things that it takes to be that. And that's part of this as well. Discovering who we are, why we're here, what our mission is, and how are we going to accomplish that. So, hope this helped. I would love to hear the results that you guys get from this. I know that I got some interesting answers myself when I did this yesterday. I'd be more than happy to share with people. I just don't want to share yet because I would like for you guys to come up with I don't want to implant any ideas into your mind. And obviously our stories are going to be different anyway, but I just want you to get your organic answers the same way that I did without having any influence from anyone else and what their answers could possibly be, because it could change your way you're thinking about it. And perhaps you think about it in one way, and then I tell you the way I thought about it, and then we both thought about it in different ways, and then we can think about it in different ways after we share our answers in the end. So I'll definitely be curious to hear some feedback from you guys, see what kind of answers you got, if you're willing to share, and how you're going to, sort of take that and make it real, so to speak. And as always, I would definitely appreciate you guys sharing, as it helps people see this message, helps the algorithm, all those good things. And if you got any value out of this, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. All right, everybody, till the next video. Love and light.